What was your favorite childhood memory?
Favorite childhood memory? Well, I'd have to think about that one for a while. Well, certainly one of them was playing with Sport the dog. I don't know. Another one certainly was if I could stay home from school and drive tractor. I still remember one day I drove the farm all H while they were opening up fields of corn for the corn picker, pulling ears. I remember that. I got to stay home from school. I decided to stay with the farm. Of course, I was the youngest of the family, and all my older brothers had left and gone to other things, and I liked being a part of the farm, so I stayed, and I became, of course, the farmer. I was born in the farmhouse, lived there till we were 47 years old. We built this house here in the woods, and the rest is history.
Who were some people you looked up to?
Who did I look up to? I guess my older brothers. Being the youngest of 5 boys, I probably looked up to my older brothers. Uncle Chester would have been 7 years older than I, and Uncle William was 16 years older than I. So Uncle William had started to farm, and then he decided to go to college and to become a doctor. And then Uncle John took the farm and farmed a short while, and then he and his wife felt the call to go to help a new church plant in Maryland, so they left, and then my brother-in-law got involved in the farm, Sidney Carpenter, and of course eventually other things happened. Then it went out of the family for a while. Now Uncle Tim has some of that original farm. And so what were they like? I don't know how to say. Well, Uncle Paul was the one that really, I think, did a lot for me. There was something about him. I remember, even when I maybe was 3 or 4 years old, he was currying the horses. But why I did it, I don't know, but I pulled his cap off and threw it back in the bullpen, and so we have those memories. And then I remember another time when I was 10 and he was 20. He come out to the barn one morning, and the watering trough was right there inside the barn, and I still remember I made a fist and hit him in the stomach, 10 years old, he was 20. We messed around with each other, I guess. But the amazing thing was, when I was 10 years old, we had this new Oliver 88. We had a 3-bottom plow. He taught me how to plow at 10 years of age. And I plowed the field. He got me started. So that's the kind of a person he was. He took really, I have to give him a lot of credit. He took a lot of interest in me. Grandpa, I was just starting to farm. I was 21. Taking the farm when I was 21. We just got married in December, and I took the farm and became the farmer in April. We needed to find a renter for the farm, and Grandpa, I really think about that sometimes. Grandpa really left it up to me to make the decision about who the next farmer would be at the other farm as he rented it out. Then as the children came along, to see them get interested, that was a big deal to me. And to see that, only had one son, so either he's going to be a farmer or he isn't, and that would change things, could change things. But Uncle Tim decided to do that, and what do you know, Jared's even made the same decision, and Uncle Tim only had one son, so it could have slipped away.
What made you decide to leave the farm and pass it off?
Well, we're getting involved. The Spirit of the Lord was working in my life, and I also was always involved in church life, and really sensed the call to get involved in church. And then when the church began in Reading from Hopewell, I just felt a deep sense of call to get a part of that, and never dreamed that I'd leave the farm or become a minister. Was beyond my wildest dream at that time. But the thing got involved, thing grew on me, and that's what happened. I was very young. I was about 7 when I was baptized, and then I grew up in the church and had a lot of uncertainties and doubts and fears and all that as I was growing up. But in my mid-20s, I really began to question things very seriously, and I really had a deep sense that there was something about the Holy Spirit that we were missing. I was missing. One time we were in the basement, the old furnace room there. The trustees, 3 of us were down there and looking at the old dry rotted logs and of course the old furnace and all. And I said, hey, if this church is going to go anywhere, we got to have a new building. So that was an activating event. Just a couple words that I said, but I think in my heart I felt that there was really something that God wanted to do. That was way beyond what, of course it was far more than I could have ever imagined. But then that spring, I just, some things happened in my life, and I really kind of had a personal encounter with the Holy Spirit in a very meaningful way. Over a couple of weeks' time, there were things going on, and it was a big event, big life-changing event for me. Very life-changing.